Can't even see it, can you? Really? Oh, I'm going to have to drop the green screen out. That's a shame. That is a shame. I'll do that at the end of the stream then. And kiss my ass, right? So here, we put this over here so I don't accidentally drop a cherry on it. Yes, I got a new Iranian flag. Yeah, with the lion and the sword. But when I try to show it on here, see? Look. See? You can see a little bit of it. See? Check it out. But the green screen will take it away. So, there you go. What's up, dog? That's what I'm talking about. We just picked that up. My wife just got that for me. Fantasmic. Right there. That is what we're doing. We do this shit for real. We do this shit for real. Sorry, my volume control is a little off. I must have some type of vocal modulation problem. Anyway, so what's up, America? We've got the old news to talk about. Some of it's going on. You guys already know the deal. It's a fantastic thing. We're blowing up Iran and we're killing the bad guys. Blah, 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 yakety, schmackety. It's a pissing match back and forth, of course, as you know, until eventually they're going to run out of boats and missiles and they'll come begging to end the war. And, of course, the war will be over until regime change. Then we can go back to worrying about domestic capacity here in the United States and dealing with that absolute shit show. So we haven't forgotten about the Epstein files, of course. My mouth's off, isn't it? Sure looks like it. We haven't forgotten about the Epstein files whatsoever. We're still big on... It's not. We're still big on the Epstein files. We have a lot to talk about with that. But we have to get the basic news of the day over with, as you should know. By the way, all these social media sites and most of the internet in some capacity has gone down. At some point, Facebook is down. Instagram was down. TikTok is down as shit. And we have a lot of other... Oracle was experiencing a potential cyber attack. Reddit went down for a little while. Facebook should be operational. Same with Blue Sky. TikTok and CapCut. Yeah, we're fucked over. Yeah. Tell me about it. TikTok and CapCut are still down per Down Detector. Instagram is still showing. And as these other sites start to come back on, we're having more that are experiencing some type of glitch or system. Most systems are starting to come back online again, except for TikTok and CapCut, which is fascinating because according to Down Detector, TikTok has been messed up. What's up, Nana? According to Down Detector, TikTok has been messed up starting at 8:30 in the morning, and it is now, last update was 7:45. Oh, hell yeah, Nana. A bunch of stuff is down today. So TikTok is still down. I have like 6 videos. I quit making videos on TikTok today because of the fact that nothing was being seen. Most things are sitting at 0 or just with affiliate views. A lot of people are saying it was a cyber attack. Attacked? What? I have no idea. I love you. But some people were... Thank you, Nana. Some people were saying that it's a cyber attack. Other people were saying that it's just messed up, whatever. I believe it was a cyber attack. It's looking like Oracle might have been DDoSed by the Iranian government. That's about what I can figure. Seeing that Oracle was also on Down Detector, showing that there's possible problems with Oracle and their systems. Now, this cyber attack, if you want to call it that, has spread since about 8:30. Iran does. Well, that's the thing. The Iranian government stated that they were going to be, and this was just yesterday, stated that they were going to be attempting to use cyber warfare on financial institutions. And we had Some financial institutions like Chime went down earlier. Cash App was having a little fuck up. Some of the banks had a little bit of it, but they were able to iron it out. And then it switched to social media sites like Facebook. Thank you, Nana. Then it switched to social media sites like Facebook, and Grok and X were down for a little bit. YouTube has not gone down all day. So whatever the fuck the Iranians are doing, yeah, I know. I'm just saying this is how it is. So Down Detector is detecting not so much except for TikTok and CapCut that are down right now, which of course directly affects me. But the most part of it, it's coming back. But all day long, I love you. All day long, it's been kind of fucked up. Yeah, I'm sure it was. But this is from a gift store in New York City I took a picture of. So I guess you can ask the Pakistani guy that runs the store, not me. Anyway, and some big-ass news. Today, we had the Iranian government, or the remnants of it, if you want to call it that, were attempting to elect a new supreme leader. And one of us, either Israel or America, bombed that meeting. They were casting their votes for a new leader in Iran, and we blew all those people up. So we blew up the first Iranian government, and then what's up, America? Oh, hell yeah, what's up? And we blew up the second attempt. So that would be chilling. We had to resubscribe to YouTube. Really? Oh, yeah, TikTok or YouTube will do that. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Really? Oh, that's nice. So day 4 of the attack, maybe YouTube's being attacked too. And Ali Khamenei's son, Mojtaba, has been named supreme leader of Iran. So that's new. The building where the clerics gathered would have been leveled during a meeting. Some 80 people are feared dead on that particular. I can't believe that's ridiculous. So everything's going wrong with social media today. Some people are saying that the United States military is out of missiles. Donald Trump counters and says we have so many missiles, he doesn't know where to begin. The war is expanding. Iran has attacked now 12 nations. Hell yeah. And the White House is offering shifting rationale for the war, but I already understand why. It was to usher in a, usher in a new era. I had just gotten paid to. I don't know what the fuck it is. Yeah, the weed. It's all because of the weed I'm smoking. 4 soldiers, obviously that you know of, were killed. Total of 6 now. They have released the names and the images. I believe it's 3 guys and a girl. Don't quote me on that. And the United States Navy will be escorting tankers and shipping through the Middle East countries' nations. They are. Depends on the nation. Besides, what's it fucking matter? Anyway, those are territorial state actors. Thank you, Nana. Grazie. Excuse me. As you know, England was attacked in Cyprus the other day as the Iranian government fought them. And the United States government says there are currently no Iranian ships, what's up Tuesday, operating in the Straits of Hormuz right now. So that seems to be over with. Absolutely fucked up. Some of those 6 soldiers that were killed were from Kentucky. Now, I'm up in Indiana, but that's close enough. You know what I'm saying? So, U.S. banks are on high alert of cyber attacks as the Iranian war escalates. U.S. financial services are on heightened alert for potential cyber attacks amid unfolding war with Iran, with firms stepping up monitoring for threats that often arise during geopolitical content. Thank you, my friend. I took the picture myself. I made it myself, just like my poo in the toilet. Boy. The killing of Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, in an airstrike sparked a conflagration in the Middle East that has roiled markets globally. Configuration, God damn it. And stoked concerns over potential Iranian-led cyber attacks for United States financial markets and other operations, apparently social media. Yeah, something messed up, Scott. You're 100% right with that, Nana. Not exactly what to put my finger on it, though. Cybersecurity has been a top priority for the financial services industry. Blah, 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 blah. They're worried about DDoS attacks, which are happening now. Britain scrambles warships to Cyprus, and Emmanuel Macron orders a French aircraft carrier to the Mediterranean. In other news, when it comes to Europe, Donald Trump has ordered the ceasing of shipping from trade into the country of Spain, saying that the Spanish government is not helping and that they can go fuck themselves. So if you're unaware, the Spanish government yesterday told the Americans that they can no longer use Spanish military bases and joint Spanish-American military bases for this war. So the aircraft carrier that was in Spain left because Spain effectively kicked out the United States military. However, Donald Trump has now retaliated, saying that all trade to Spain will be cut off indefinitely, saying we don't need anything from Spain except that their people are great. Other than that, that's the end of the Spanish territory. Said, so if you like things from Spain, you like tapas or any shit like that, we're not going to be getting that coming up. And the war spirals as the United States seeks armed uprising. Kurdish people, Kurdistan. What's up, Alabama? What's up, Albania? And the Kurdish soldiers up in northern Iran prepare a ground war. CIA is now working to arm Kurdish forces to spark an uprising in Iran, which is a fantastic idea. The CIA is now working to arm Kurdish forces in northern Iran to start a popular uprising, according to multiple people familiar with the plan, told the communist news network CNN. The Trump administration has been in active discussion with Iran's opposition leaders and the Kurdish leaders in Iraq about providing them with military support. Iranian Kurdish armed groups have thousands of forces operating along the Iranian-Iraq border, primarily in Iraq's Kurdistan region. Several of the groups have released public statements hinting at imminent action, urging the Iranian military forces to defect. Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps has been striking Kurdish groups and said on Tuesday that it targeted Kurdish forces with 12 drones. So the Iranian government seems to be worried about that too. Also on Tuesday, President Donald Trump spoke with President of the Democratic Party of the Iranian Kurdistan, the KDPI, Mustafa Hijri. According to a senior Iranian Kurdish official, KDPI was one of the groups targeted by the IRGC. Iranian Kurdish operation forces are expected to take part in ground operations in western Iran. In the coming days, the senior Iranian Kurdish officials told CNN, quote, "We believe we have a big chance now," the source said, unnamed of course. Explaining timing of the operation, the sources added that militias expect U.S. and Israeli support. Hopefully that won't be a bridge too far for them. Trump also called the Iraqi Kurdish leader on Sunday to discuss the U.S. military operation in Iran and how the U.S. and the Kurds can work together as the mission progresses. Two U.S. officials and a third source familiar with the conversation told Axios. So there we go right now. Up to 9,000 Americans have left the Middle East, and several are stranded with no plans or no way to escape, I should say. And embassies were closed. As you know, the Saudi Arabian embassy in Riyadh came under fire. The American consulate, of course, in Dubai was on fire. And several other consulates were attacked by protesters. Those are currently closed. And a CIA station in Saudi Arabia was hit by a drone. And so that is what we're looking at here when it comes to this, excuse me, situation with that. Donald Trump threatens to seize trade with Spain and seize the NATO base that's on there. We talked about that. And Alex Soros says that Spain is becoming the leader of the free world, since they're the only country to say no to Donald Trump. That's how psychotic he is. And basically, you wanted to get my point and perspective of this? Well, let's just talk about this. Because we've seen this a lot. We've talked about it a lot. By the way, there was another white girl that was stabbed at a bus stop in Virginia by an illegal alien. He had been arrested 30 times, and she's dead. So that's another one. Congratulations for allowing that to happen. So, we're going to see, by the way, Qatar shoots down a couple of Iranian planes. World's largest acidic geyser erupts again in Yellowstone, honey. And China is now building submarines that can strike America from closer to home. So those are some of the things going on in the world. You want to know my perspective about it? Let's just talk about this. This is going to expand until they either run out of missiles or until the fucking government's done. I will send it to you. Oh, no, you're good. Nana. Damn weed. And a new Pinocchio movie coming up. What's up, America? What's up, Luca? Described as moist. Oh, that's good. And Pinocchio, the horror movie, is now coming up. Depicting Pinocchio as a wooden, creepy, fucked up guy. And a nurse had sex with a patient, then made false sex assault accusations when she got caught fucking him. And 74% of people admit that they are scared of flying. So, if you're not, you're a psycho. And Kristi Niam, sub PG, Kristi Niam got shit talked to her. So that's what's going on with the Drudge Report. The London Daily Mail has the soldiers that were killed as front of the news right there. And we have Ayatollah Khomeini's son named as new acting supreme leader. Donald Trump says he will be getting revenge. And a U.S. State Department employee kills a woman and a dog in road rage stabbing incident. Why do you have to kill the dog? Even if it bites you, just like figure it out. This was yesterday in highway in Washington, D.C. A U.S. Foreign Service officer killed a woman and a dog and wounded 3 other people in a road rage stabbing over the weekend. Jared Limato, 32. Oh, he did it. So he's a piece of shit. Jared Limato, age 32, attacked 4 women in southbound lanes of Interstate 495 in Fairfax County, Virginia, 1:20 p.m. on Sunday. I made a video about that on TikTok. Following what authorities said was a minor traffic collision. Michael Adams, age 39, and Limbato's own dog died as a result of their injuries, according to WJLA News. Dana Bornell, 36, Mary C. Flood, 37, and Heather Miller, age 40, were also injured in the stabbing spree before Lombardo was shot dead by a Virginia State Police officer. There it is. Good job, Virginia State Police, for fucking killing that guy.
His own dog?
Yeah, so he was with a dog. He got in a minor fender bender. He pulled out a knife and started stabbing women involved in the fender bender.
Right.
The dog was involved, And then a cop came up and blew the guy's brains out that was stabbing people. And I'm assuming the dog attacked as well, because the dog somehow got killed in this, probably because of the stupidity of the owner, who was attacking 4 women on a highway, which is fucked up. The guy's LinkedIn account, shows he had worked as a diplomatic technology officer at the U.S. State Department since September 2024, describing his role as managing tech infrastructure and underpinning diplomatic operations, whatever the fuck that means. State Department officials have since confirmed his employment, calling him a foreign services officer. Dispatch audio indicates that the situation escalated rapidly. I'm assuming that they got into a fender bender and he pulled out this fucking knife. Look at that shit. So this dude had a fucking 16-inch knife. What's up, America? This man stopped to help. Let's see. So when a trooper arrived on the scene, Lamato, whatever his name is, confronted the cop with a knife. The cop shot him to death. He was transported to the hospital where he died. He's now on leave pending the investigation. I want to hear what happened to the dog. Okay. Drivers, meanwhile, were stunned that this happened on a Washington, D.C. beltway. There's no reason to pull out a knife. I mean, what did that solve? He lamented it could happen to anybody. Everybody needs to cool down and calm down. Anyone with information about the stabbing spree is asked to call the Virginia State Police. Back for my testicle. Oh, shit. My wife's son just got over that. Mm-hmm. He just got over that. He started back to work today. He's cancer-free. So you will make it, I promise. Easy peasy Japanesey, right? Former mayor Misty Roberts in Louisiana found guilty of fucking a minor at a house party while she was in office. 43 years old. What is up with 40-year-old women fucking 15-year-old kids? That happens a lot. Hey, Mrs. Dana, you're hot. Oh, thanks, Petey. Fuck. Yeah, I saw the traffic cam footage of the stabbing. And Iranian sleeper cells activated inside of America's homeland. According to Senator Lindsey Graham, he believes that sleeper cells are here and activated. It's too gummed up. Can you get the scissors? I mean, I'll try this, but if you like the bigger ones, because the bigger ones are the ones that work. I had to actually use those because the other one just mashes it. I don't know, they cut it off that time. Right here, you have to redo it though. It was too gummed up to hit. Mm-hmm. Senator Lindsey Graham confirms that there are sleeper cells in the United States, saying that he cannot believe that the Department of Homeland Security has been defunded. To be fair, before 9/11, there was no Department of Homeland Security. But Lindsey Graham says that there are sleeper cells here in the United States and that more than likely they're willing to strike and attack. Yeah. What is this? Austin cop who killed Islamic terrorist and ended the massacre that slaughtered 3 now has to face a grand jury. So the Texas cop that killed the fucking terrorist now has to face a grand jury. No good deed goes unpunished, does it? A hero Texas police officer that killed an Islamic terrorist outside of an Austin bar facing grand jury led by the city's George Soros-funded backed DA. The Travis County DA, Jose Garza, was slammed after it emerges his office is assessing charges against the cops that killed the terrorist. So let me just put this up to you. They're going to try to press charges on the cop that killed the terrorist that shot 17 people in Austin, Texas. How stupid can that, I mean, how, something has got to give here. We are being infiltrated. You literally have a text. Yeah, that's what they would do in England. So I'm dead serious. Travis County DA Jose Garza is bringing the 3 hero cops that shot the Islamic terrorist in Austin to death up before a grand jury so that they can face charges. The George Soros funded Travis County DA Jose Garza is being slammed for attacking police officers that saved the lives of dozens of people. That guy that's the DA should be brought up on charges and thrown out or put in jail for treason. That is absolutely insane. Nobody should ever fucking... that is ridiculous nonsense. Nonsense fucking horse shit. And as soon as TikTok gets back on, I will fucking do everything in my power. Fuck this piece of shit. Jose Garza, you fucking communist, traitorous, un-American fucking turd. Absolutely. The guy that murdered those people was wearing a shirt that said property of Allah. Killed 3, wounded 14 others before cops shot him when they arrived on the scene. The city's mayor, city of Austin, mayor, praised the officers for saving lives. However, now they face a grand jury thanks to a policy shaped by the woke legal group, the Wren Collective. Anybody called anything the word collective that has to do with politics, you need to run like your hair's on fire. Because the word collective means hardcore, savage communist. That's what that means. So basically they're saying, well, this communist group, the Wren Collective, this fucktard communist group, is leading the charge to prosecute officers that killed a terrorist. This group worked with the DA's office to establish a policy for all police-involved shootings to face grand juries, including heroic officers who stepped in. So if you step ancient nutrition, beef, oh, very nice. That actually sounds very nice. I need something to get rid of biofilm. But yes, it says basically the city of Austin, the grand jury is now going to be investigating hero police officers that saved lives killing a terrorist because a group of fucking retard communists decided to change the policy to make sure that every police officer goes to jail even when they fucking save lives. Which I'm not a huge bootlicking police fan. At the same time, that's retarded. Yeah, so I'm definitely not a police bootlicker, but that is one of the most retarded things I've heard. That would be like you stopped to help somebody that was in an accident, so they prosecute you because you helped. Yeah, biofilm is the stuff that stays in your body and lies dormant for years. That's why you can die of sepsis after you. So if you get sepsis and then you live through sepsis, your body has a biofilm. So what a biofilm is you have like these little pockets of the virus or whatever, or the bacteria, and your body creates a film over the remnants of it so it makes it dormant and can't attack. However, if you get severely sick or if you have bad immune system or whatever it is, those things can reactivate. That's why, like if you're elderly, like my grandmother was, or well still is,
like she was.
Yeah. It basically can come back. That's like the prospects of malaria, but that hides in your liver. So biofilms, according to, and I'm just going to read you what it is. What's up, North Carolina? It's complex, self-producing, slime-encased communities of bacteria, fungus, or protocyst that attaches to living tissue or inherent surfaces that form multi-step process attachment, colonization, and mutations, creating a proactive matrix that resist antibiotics and immune defenses and cleaning agents. Biofilms cause chronic infections. i.e. wound infections, dental plaques, and industrial issues, corrosion, contamination, etc. Yeah, so biofilms. So picture it this way. Like, let's say you have a sickness. Like, let's say I've had pneumonia a bunch of times. I've got biofilms all in my body. I need to find any way to get rid of them, and I have no idea how. So I've been sick with all kinds of respiratory diseases in my life. And so what happens is like your body will rid yourself. Like, you take your body and then medicine working together, and it gets rid of most of it. But then when the bacteria, the virus, the fungus, whatever the fuck it is, it creates a slime-like thing, mixture, whatever the fuck it is, and it attaches itself inside your body, and it dormates, or it leaves it dormant while it manifests and mutates, right? And then after it mutates, and then you get sick, and when you're elderly and shit like that, then it'll spread out through your body, and it'll kill you again. Yes, the two-party system is garbage. And so that's what biofilm is. And so the best thing you can do for your body is get rid of biofilm. But like it says here, like the health implications are responsible for chronic, hard-to-treat infections like cystic fibrosis or chronic wound problems, because biofilm matrix limits antibiotic penetration. Giggity. You can have, it can be in your joints. It can also be in industrial pipes, by the way. The microbes attach to a surface in your body, releasing signaling molecules to communicate, and then secrete a proactive matrix of DNA, proteins, and polysaccharides. While beneficial in biomediation or on plant roots, they're a major contaminant in water systems and food and in the human body. They're difficult to alienate. Methods include mechanical removal, like on surfaces, or literally going in your body and scraping them out, because modern things like chemicals or solvents or anything like that won't penetrate them. Specific antimicrobial agents and emerging technologies can break down the EPS matrix, or what they're called, such as bacteria, phages, or enzymes that eat it. So basically, you need to look for so you need to look up like biofilm eating agents. So an enzyme that degrades the biofilm is called dispersin B. Dispersin B. D-I-S-P-E-R-S-I-N. Dispersin B and deoxyribonuclease may contribute to dispersal of biofilm. Enzymes that degrade biofilm may be useful as anti-biofilm agents. So these are mostly bacterial biofilms in the body, and those bacteria, NAC, I'm taking that now. I'm glad to hear that that does that. And so it says that biofilms can be found in most environments on the planet and in the human body with no exception, consisting of microbial cells encased in matrix. So it's basically bacteria or viruses that are encased in an impenetrable matrix of some type or another. According to this, listen to this, the occurrences.
Oh, by the way, this was in the bag that I took to look for the Julian stuff.
Oh shit! No shit. Buc-ee's, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Anyway, so the most significant places that biofilm are found are the middle ear, the teeth, the lung sputum, the mucosa in the intestines, soft tissue wounds, bone, the pissing systems, PP, gastric mucus or mucoa, cardiovascular, and upper respiratory tracts. Any place that doesn't have hydrochloric acid running through it, basically. So according to this, biofilms in the lower respiratory tract are responsible for cystic fibrosis. Biofilms in the upper respiratory tract are responsible for chronic rhinosinusitis and sinusitis. otis media, or ear infections, or in the middle ear, and soft tissue wounds. That just comes when it's created. Urinary tract infections and kidney stones are coming from E. coli and streptococcus biofilms. Male reproductive tract, chronic prostatitis, and bacterial vaginosis are biofilm, and cardiovascular, like endocarditis and arterial sclerosis. So even the arterial sclerosis in your heart that clogs your arteries, biofilm. So osteoporosis, dental caries, and periodontal disease, biofilm. Peptic ulcers and gastric cancers, biofilm. Stomach and colorectal cancers, inflammatory bowel disease, bowel symptoms, and post-organ transplant symptoms, biofilm. And you can see pictures on it in here. Aggressive type biofilm in sputum and the lungs, and adherent biofilm that form parts on the lungs that also contribute to emphysema and COPD. So basically, biofilm, and I could go on and on. I've got a peer-reviewed PDF right there I was reading. And of course, biofilm could last for decades, literally decades. It does not die. Yeah, it does not die. So like if you had a pneumonia when you were 13 years old, there's a biofilm somewhere in your body that's keeping that dormant and functioning and mutating. So if you ever see when you're elderly and all of a sudden you get a bunch of really bad, horrible sicknesses, there's no way to cure them. You don't know why it's not working. One, the medicines overall might have been used a little too much in the past, and it's developed a resistance. And then the second part of that is the fact that the biofilm has released a mutated version. What's up, Marine? How you doing? Biofilm may have released a mutated version of whatever sickness you had when you were 12 back into your body again when you're 74. That's how fucked up it is. And I first learned about biofilm from I.B. Negan on TikTok. And his wife had cancer, and he did a great deal of biofilm. So if you ever heard of a guy named I.M. Negan, so this guy just had a kid with his wife that was about to die a year and a half ago of untreatable cancer, okay? So this dude, I was watching him, and I'd see him on TikTok, and I'm like, I never watched The Walking Dead, so I didn't know any of the references. He seemed like an okay guy. His wife came on there and all that other shit. And then I had watched him a couple of times, but he made a video, and he said his wife was dying of incurable cancer, and he needs everything he can do to treat her. So I made a video saying, help this guy out, and we started working with each other, and he turned very religious, which is awesome. And he ended up spending $70,000 or $80,000 sending his wife to cancer clinics down in Mexico, because all they did here in America was chemotherapy, right? Which helps if it's the right, anyway, whatever. So he's using everything under the sun, avocado, this, blah, blah, blah. And obviously there was some shit going on. She was mostly removed. And he showed me her CT scans and all the x-rays. And the cancer had made like a hole inside of her body. It had just eaten out all of the tissue. Yeah, it was a really fucking crazy thing. But this dude spent like 80 grand trying to cure her, just like every single thing. Most of it was related to removing biofilm and getting certain nutrients, certain B vitamins and shit like that weren't the bad kind, that were the correct kind. It starts like it's a specific kind of B vitamin. I can't remember the name of it, but it doesn't turn into cyanide or whatever. And he told me about all this shit, and then was using like salts and stuff like that, Hawaiian salts or whatever it was. But then the cancer came back, and then he started doing that again, but they added chemotherapy to it, and she became cancer-free. And of course, I met both of them. Very good people, by the way. And then he got her pregnant, and now he sent me the pictures of the birth certificate and them together with the new baby. And so now I have to go down there and visit him at some point. But he lives way down south, and I have not been to where Negan lives right now, I have not been down that way since I was 14. Maybe, yeah, it's like a easier absorption one or something. But I haven't, and he keeps saying, come down, and it's like, I know, but I have not been south of Tennessee really, except way out west for 20 years before I met my wife. So I need to get down there, but I've not had any reason. I have a reason him, but I need to get down there at some point. But he's a good guy. The bottom line of the story is his wife went from terminal, I'm dying of cancer, to just had a baby. And now is like, and then my wife's son had cancer, and now he's going back to work today. So that's what we're doing right there. I have methylene blue. I'll tell you what, man, that. I could see only needing that if you had cancer. You know what I'm saying? That shit is strong as fuck. We have a live election out in Texas right now, ladies and gentlemen. And then coming up here, what I'll do is, once I read the news to you guys, yeah, he is listened to, yeah. When I will finish the news here, and then I'll turn it off and then turn back the Iranian footage, because I want to do 2 separate live streams for that, because YouTube does not like to, they like to age restrict the blow up sir content. I don't blame them in some cases. Some of the bad guys look like fucking rag dolls on fire, and they are in many capacities. So we have what? Jasmine Crockett has lost the Democrat primary. I repeat, Jasmine Crockett has lost. Talarico wins the Nuke County Corpus Christi early vote over Jasmine Crockett, 62-36. The first indications he's winning Hispanic voters. And a follow-up, as expected, Talarico dominating the Austin area, winning 74%, with Jasmine Crockett at 26%. Jasmine Crockett is getting the absolute shit beat out of her. Brandon Gill wins Republican nominee for U.S. House Texas 26th District. Trevor Neals wins Republican nomination for Texas's 22nd House. But early returns are saying that Jasmine Crockett is dominating areas with significant black electorates in the DFW. No shit. Who knew? Who knew that? I mean, that's just what it's bye-bye. See ya, bitch. Sit on it and spin.
I don't think she's talking to you.
Oh, okay, sorry. Okay, good. Well, then I apologize and I like you then. Sorry, there's been a lot of shit talkers on here. You're good, Aaron. I like you. I hope I didn't offend you too much. I have a problem with that. I didn't mean to, though. People were giving me death threats for a while, so I apologize. Let me look up the election so I don't put my foot in my mouth hole anymore.
I mean, she could have been, but the message before that was a bunch of smiling faces like this.
The United States of pedophiles. Absolutely not. It's only the government here, and they're child-eating pedophiles. Get it right. You, sir, did not get the exact thing correct. Our leaders are not pedophiles, they're child-eating pedophiles. Hell yeah, what's up, America? Now, the general population is not child-eating pedophiles, though. So don't get it twisted, son. Now, let's check out the news. What's up, Niagara Falls? I was just there not too long ago, as a matter of fact. Niagara Falls is a fantastic place. Who would not like Niagara Falls? I went to Niagara Falls, New York, which, of course, near the area where the ice cream stand is, and the park is all nice and everything. But back in the day, it was a fucking ghetto. Catching pedophiles, there must be enough to go around. Oh, no, you should see, in Europe, they just don't do it because, you see, in Europe, the legal age is like in France are like 14. And in Germany, it's like 16. We throw people in jail here up till 18. You see, so that's the difference. So technically speaking, if you look at France, the age of consent is 14. So we actually throw those people in jail. So which country's the pedophiles again? The ones that allow 14-year-olds to legally be banged out like in France, or the ones that arrest them like here in America? That's an interesting question, isn't it? Enchanté. Oh, oui, je t'aime. How's that sound? Very fantastic. So that being absolutely, or like the cousin fucking countries. Beautiful. Wonder how many first cousins get married in certain sectors of the world. Dude, don't even get me started with that. You want what? So marrying a child in Afghanistan. So as long as the Taliban allowed that, then it's okay? You fucked up or something? You need some help over there? You need to send those people over to where your neck of the woods is? Is that what it is? You got to understand something. I understand law is subjective. What we're talking about here with the Epstein files is like 8-year-olds, okay? That's a problem. Now, if you can't admit Muhammad was fucked up for that, I don't know what to tell you. Do not get me started on Islam. The people are great. I'm not a big fan of Sharia. That's all I'm going to say about that. And of course, I'm not going to say anything bad against the Jews, because that would be a problem, wouldn't it? On social media, wouldn't it? Like that guy that asked about what they do for work, and remember all what happened there? I'm not touching that with a 1,000,000-foot pole. I'm not touching that with a 1,000,000-foot pole. Absolutely not. That guy dared to ask a question, and his livelihood is gone. Patreon threw him out like absolute garbage. I will not even touch anything with Judaism. And I have plenty to say, but I will not touch that shit on any social media platform anywhere in the United States. If you want to hear my opinions on that, we're going to go to Chinese apps or we're going to go to Arabic apps. And that's as far as I'm talking about that. Because you think we have freedom of speech over here. That is a fantastic fallacy. Because in some cases you do. In some cases you do. In other cases, who doesn't love Israel, right? Who doesn't love Israel, right? All that money, I don't mind my taxpayer dollars going over there at all. No, please take more. Goyim says yes. Yes, sir. Yeah, now please promote me and pay me $7,000 a post. What? Yeah, we're hurting over here. What are we doing? Come on. Anyway, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Yeah, we don't walk around on eggshells like there's a junta. And none of that. None of that at all. Hey, no thumbs up. No thumbs up, Israel. Don't thumbs down. Thumbs up. Let's get our Judica in line. Come on, bro. Down Mazel Tov. I'd play some music on here. I'm sure it's copywritten, though. That was owed to them a long time ago. Yes, that's right. I actually believe in a greater Israel. Let's expand that shit. Have it all. Fuck it. There's enough. It's enough to go around. I'll take my share and just go off somewhere else. I don't mind. These colors don't run, do they? Yeah, fuck the Ukraine. Suck a dick. That's right. Why? Because they don't care about that speech, you see. Only certain ones. You got to be very eggshelly here. I wouldn't mention anything involving us, liberty, anything like that. Wouldn't mention any of that. The sun always rises. Maybe he was right. What was that? Anywho, let's move on. Not going to say who. We have an election coming up. We've got midterm elections, and the generic congressional vote of the midterm elections is saying that Democrats are ahead 47.2, Republicans 42.8. Still with a flatline gap showing that Democrats are plateauing and Republicans. Yes, plateauing. So Democrats and Republicans look like they have both reached their the highest popularity they're all going to get right now. That's as far as they're going to go, and it's looking like that nothing's going to happen with that. Jasmine Crockett. Here's what we have right now, so it might be closer. Texas Democrat Senate, Jasmine Crockett, 45.6%, with Tallarico at 53.2%, and Hassan at 1.1%. Texas GOP, what's his name, Cornian, whatever, at 44.3%, Paxton at 38.6%, so we all know it's going to be Cornian versus Tallarico. Just being real. Well, you know how those are.
Always for the last story, it was the hidden message. Did you see the hidden message?
What was it say? Where's the hidden message?
Sounds to me.
Oh! I did not see that till now. Anywho, let's move on. And the Iran war is now favoring about 50-50. 50% of Americans favor it. 50% don't favor it. Donald Trump's overall favorability is at 42.3 with unfavorability at 54.7. J.D. Vance's favorability at 41.3, unfavorable at 50.5. Mike Johnson's favorability rating is at 30%, and they go all the way down with John Thune at a 19% favorability rating, the lowest so far. Looks like our American political system is a piece of shit. And now we have B-52 bombers. Breaking news, the United States. Oh, no. 2 hours ago, the United States has now confirmed that B-52 Stratofortresses are now striking Iran. Holy fucking shite. Understand what this means. B-2 stealth bomber costs $2.1 billion per aircraft. The U.S. has 20. B-2 can drop 100 and so is it 4 B-2 bombers dropped 160,000 pounds of bunker buster ordnance on hardened underground facilities in the opening wave. Jesus fucking Christ. On March 2nd, the United States sent B-1s, B-1Bs, supersonic bombers going over there. On March 3rd, the B-52s, a 70-year-old supersonic aircraft, not stealth. It is not fast. It has radar cross-section that the size of a barn. It flies at 650 miles an hour. It's 50,000 feet and is visible to every radar system on Earth. You send B-52s when there's nothing left to shoot them down. Effectively, the Iranian government's anti-aircraft have now been completely destroyed. The B-52 carries 70,000 pounds of ordnance per sortie. It can launch cruise missiles from a standoff range without entering defended airspace at all. The United States has 76 of them versus 20 B-2s. Deploying B-52s quadruples the available bomber strike capacity, and each aircraft can deliver more payload per sortie than any other platform in the entire world. 1,700 targets have been struck, 300 new sites added in the latest wave, $779 million worth of ordnance were expended on the very first day alone. 6 American service members have been killed, 11 aircraft lost. 11 aircraft lost. The campaign is intensifying. So the United States has not gotten out of it with nothing. Thank you, baby. Here's where this connects to every post they've seen. B-52 deployment proves The conventional campaign is succeeding. Iran's air defenses have now been neutralized. Its underground facilities are collapsed, and its missile production is destroyed. Its leadership is eliminated. The Straits of Hormuz is still closed, but there are no naval vessels operating in the Straits of Hormuz for the Iranian government. Effectively, their navy is mothballed or destroyed. The U.S. is winning the war it chose to fight. It's not winning the war its insurance market cares about. The B-52 is the most powerful operation or expression of this gap. 70,000 pounds of ordnance per sortie, and a Lloyd's of London still will not write a policy for a tanker transitting Hormuz. This is the thesis in one sentence per this Substack post. So, that means that we are going to go balls deep into this. We are also seeing a lot of AI-generated videos, and the only things that the Iranian government is now showing is when they use hypersonics against Tel Aviv back in the day. We're also getting more footage that's been unclassified, which unclassified is a thing other than declassified. And so that's happening right now. Like I said, we have the names of 4 U.S. service members that have been killed. Yeah, that's a lot of ordnance. That'll tell you everything you need to know. I mean, they are not fucking around here. And as far as I can tell, the only one in the world that has any power to even combat us or come near us is Russia if they use tactical nuclear weapons, or China. That's it. That's it. And so there's really no, yeah. Now, Colonel Daniel Davis, says that the United States ships are sitting ducks in the Straits of Hormuz. Unfortunately, there's no Navy to combat them because they've all been killed. So I hope, like I said in the video on TikTok, I really hope the survivors of the Iranian Navy are preaching the Quran to SpongeBob and Patrick, down on Bikini Bottom, SpongeBob, so that they can learn all about the joys of Allah, and praise be to satanic Santa Claus, Ayatollah Khomeini. So, Chuck Schumer says we don't want a nuclear Iran, or a nuclear Iran. Senators are tripping over their words. B-52 combat footage, and I'm going to be looking for this. And they're saying that this is biblical prophecy. I don't believe any of that shit. I believe in the Bible, but I don't believe this is biblical prophecy. That is fucking retarded. Like, this isn't even near. Like, this is a limited thing. Will be a limited thing. Coming up here. Here you go. And Nick Fuentes is out in public spouting his more than neo-Nazi shit. This is the one thing I want neo-Nazis to know. I don't care about whatever ideology you support. However, you have to understand, like, this Nick Fuentes bullshit with the neo-Nazism crap, if you want to call it that. First of all, like I said before the other day, take out the killing of innocent people part. The just basic economics of the National Socialist movement does not work unless you're taking and taking and taking. What's up, B. Vance? Here you go, baby. Like, I have a couple of friends I just found out last night that are marching with Jake Lang in New York City. Now, here's the problem with that. Jake Lang is, how do I put this? I would not be marching with Jake Lang. All right? I don't care. People say, well, he's a conservative and he's an influencer. Got it. He's a bigger influencer than I am. It's good chronic, man. What do you want? You know what I'm saying? So Jake Lang is a big influencer and all this. But some of the racist shit he says, obviously says he does not want certain people alive. He doesn't want anybody. There's some things he said that makes it so I'm not going to say them here. He said, well, what? You don't want your free speech? It's like, well, no. It's not about free speech. It's about the saying that it's like you're basically saying that some people don't deserve to live because of how they were born or, who they're dating. They shouldn't have kids, whatever it is. And it's like, who the fuck are you to tell other people? You know what I'm saying? Eugenics doesn't work. Let's just put it that way. I mean, it works in flowers, but when it comes to people, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Well, he's been saying the N-word. And then I have a couple of friends out there. Well, they're not. One guy's a friend on TikTok, and the other one, I just recently, I saw him on a podcast with Jake Lang. He had him on there. The guy's a really good guy, pro-Iran, all that shit. Pro-Iran, all that shit, which I'm pro-Iranian revolution, not Iranian government currently, but like the new revolution. But I just can't give it to Jake Lang or Nick Fuentes. I'm sorry. I just am not going to do that. And the reason I'm not going to do that is because, one, I think their ideologies are antiquated, stupid, and don't function in a modern society. And two, it's just kind of heartless to want to kill people. Or to, I don't want to kill people. Well, in the end, you do. There's the Iranian flag. Sorry about the green screen. I'll get that on coming up here. Yeah, I would like a new government, a social libertarian style government. Not libertarian like the Libertarian Party. We need a new name for it because Raza, I've heard that. Who is that exactly? I don't know who that is. I've seen the name, but I don't know who that is. So like... Oh my God, it's so much weed. Sorry about that. No, I'm not going to make it. So, heir to the, yes, absolutely. Okay, good. So that's what his name is, the Shah's grandson. And I'm a little perturbed about it because I'm worried that we're installing a person. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We're a turtleneck or a crew neck.
I think he's asking if you're circumcised or not.
Oh, no, I'm Hebrew down there. Yeah. You know how it is. So that's just what we're going at. And so... the Iranian government is about to fall. I'm definitely for... See, that's the thing. I worry about... because sorry, I didn't put his name together. I wasn't paying attention. I was smoking this. The Shah's grandson, I'm assuming, will be better than the Ayatollah Khomeini no matter what. I believe if I took a shit in a napkin and had it rule Iran, it would be better than Ayatollah Khomeini. You know, it's absolutely 12. So I have no sympathy for Ayatollah Khomeini being killed or his government whatsoever. I don't give a shit about any of that. Ayatollah Khomeini deserves it. They used to rape women to death. Not him. He would have the IRGC do it. So the initial Ayatollah Khomeini, the old one, when he died, the satanic Santa Claus, that's the guy that said, well, before you execute a woman, make sure you rape her so that she doesn't go to heaven. That's the Ayatollah Khomeini's legacy. So fuck that piece of shit. And I hope the protesters dig up his grave and burn his body. Just like they did with, what's his name's dad in Syria, Bashir al-Assad. When Bashir al-Assad fled to Russia, the protesters dug up the body of his dad and set it on fire. And I hope that's what happens to the initial Ayatollah Khomeini. This one Ayatollah Khomeini that just got killed, proof for your saying. I'm just talking to you. Yeah, I have Twitter up and a bunch of news stories, but I'm just talking to you now. So like what was I gonna say? This new Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, you do know he had blue eyes, right? You know, one blue this way and one blue that way, and now he's in hell with a bunch of fat Magic the Gathering virgins. You see, they didn't tell you what kind of virgins you get when you die. So he's got 32 stinky fat Magic the Gathering players, all 350 plus with that kind of fat fold smell, right? And it's in everything. And the people, and one of the things they have to do is you have to crease it under your balls and then put it under his nose over and over and over for the remainder of life. Those are his 72 virgins, you see. And, you know, of the purest kind, right? Purest kind. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Islam. Never really have been. I watched a lot of Christopher Hitchens a long time ago, and I listened to a great deal of what Christopher Hitchens said about Islam. And though I do believe in Jesus as God, and that he died and rose from the dead and all that shit, I don't believe that Islam is real. When I mean real, I mean I think it's a bunch of made-up horse shit from a schizophrenic illiterate, is what I'm saying. I think it's a bunch of made-up horse shit from a schizophrenic illiterate. That's my overall summarization of what that entire thing is. I believe it's stolen from three religions put together. I think it's three religions that are put together. Oh, what is this? 49 seconds ago, CNN reporters in Tel Aviv are forced to take cover as Iran launches a barrage of ballistic missiles at the city, triggering response. Oh, look, they're ceremonial. Oh, like everything they do is so dramatic. You fucking drama queen. Get up there with the other drag queens, CNN. The fuck? Iran has attacked Israel with a nuclear missile, according to this one lone guy with no tweets or likes on. What's wrong? Dude, I'm reading it as it comes in. Suck a dick. Sorry, the world isn't peer-reviewed right away, fucker. So what I'm going to do here in a minute, because I've been on for an hour, I'm going to turn this off and go on to another one. I'm going to put a live stream on. I want to show you what's going on in Iran right now. And I'll show you what my peer review is, which is footage on the ground from people shooting it. Not somebody that's a day late and $1 short. Oh, I've smoked 3 joints already.
No, 2.
2? That's it?
Well, I mean, we smoked one earlier, but only 2 on the live stream.
That's true. So, my fact-checking is faster than fucking CNN or Snopes or any of that shit. Because what I do is I look at direct footage on the ground right now. It's not difficult to find because people upload it and you're like, well, is that real? Is that real? What you do, I'll tell you how to do it. You take a piece of footage, right, that you see, you look at it, you investigate it, then you put it through an AI and you ask, is it an AI? Then you ask the AI if it matches any older footage or if it's AI footage. And if it says, no, this appears to be can you give me a location on it? Based on, okay, and it'll give you an approximate, and you can tell it's authentic footage. I was doing that all last night. I was making videos on TikTok. Oh, hell yeah, Shermanator, me too. Well, except when everybody's working, you know.
Yeah.
And then the AI will tell you it's from here, it's not fake, it's fucking not old footage. We've cross-referenced it with a bunch. And then you can put it up as real footage. You don't have to wait for CNN to, you don't have to suck CNN's dick. You don't need Snopes to tell you. You can discern by what you see. Like, if you can see the difference between somebody getting shot with an AI tool, like some guy, you know what I mean, versus somebody's body. We've all seen live leaks when we were growing up, okay? This is one thing I can't stand about some liberals out there. When you talk to people, you act like you know everything, yet you've never seen anything in your life. It's the weirdest fucking thing when I argue with liberals. You act like you know everything and everybody's wrong but you. But then when I show you something that negates what you're saying, you act like you've never seen fucking light or a shadow before. How does that work? That you know everything, yet when it's convenient, you know nothing. Fucking, just like a true communist. Holy fucking shit. The Great Terror. That's exactly what you would lead, you fucking red fuck faces. Anyway, so what we're going to do now is we're going to have a rockin' good time. We're going to, what? I love you. And I'm going to turn this off, turn another one back on, and it's going to be called like Iran videos. Iran war videos. And we're just going to run the live stream, and I'm going to show you fucking Iran war videos. So don't forget to subscribe here. Follow me on TikTok. It's called Item Fix. No shit. Well then, I need to go there because that is the key. Dude, you cannot imagine, man, what I used to do with that. Oh my God. I used to fucking social video factory. Police cruiser rolls over after pit maneuver. That's the one. Me and my wife saw that. Oh, thank you for subscribing. Me and my wife were on our way to Cincinnati, and we saw that police chase where the cruiser got stuck on the back of the trailer. We saw that police chase on the highway before the cruiser was on the thing and everything. And my wife was like, "Oh my God." And she looked it up and found all the shit about it. All right, Mabel Cat, check it out. So I'm ending the live stream now, and then in 5 minutes, I'm starting another one here, and it's going to be the war footage in Iran. So I'll show you some of the stuff because I found a new toy because somebody on here was smarter than me. So I'm going to show you some war footage and all that. So I'll be back in 5 minutes. Follow me here, subscribe. I have memberships as well. And follow me on TikTok, Sup America, exclamation point, and Sup America on X. And I'll be back here in about 5 minutes. If you don't like me, block me and go fuck yourself. Cash App and Venmo are, what's it called?
American Unity.
The American Unity Party. Not the, just American Unity Party. So if you're rich, American Unity Party on Cash App. See you later. I'll be back in 5 minutes.